Hey you want to be making 20% yield on your crypto? Keep watching to find out more. Hey everyone, in the last week you may have heard that the IAGON team has released an update regarding node rewards in the form of a 10-tier system. Now this is something they've been talking about for a very long time and they finally released it. So this is their X post talking about it. Here is their doc post on their IAGON website. They've created a system where stronger nodes receive higher rewards and weaker nodes, lower performing nodes, bad actors receive less. Here you can see that these are the parameters for each tier. Pretty much you want to be either everything at least meeting it or exceeding it to be receiving that tier's representative of rewards. Now, they've stated that the max will be receiving up to 20%, right? That's not always going to be 20%, but it's up to 20%. So who knows how that will scale with the rest of the tiers. So let's talk about why they're doing this. What are the benefits? So they're saying it rewards reliable and consistent node operators fairly. It encourages continuous performance improvements, actively detect, stop, and exclude bad actors from participating in rewards, and maintain a strong, healthy, and trustworthy network. So Holger earlier this week provided some examples on why someone might receive lower rewards and the practicality on why they should receive lower rewards versus why a higher performer and what their customer would be like, why they deserve higher rewards. So for example, you have a family or an individual who has photos stored on the cloud. This individual is going to access those photos every so often, maybe once or twice a year. So not that much, versus someone who is providing storage for an F50, so an enterprise, or the network is being used for Worth or any other enterprise. So you need really fast read and write. You need something super reliable, right? So you compare those two, the person who's providing lower storage with lower speeds will probably get less rewards, right? Versus the person who's providing enterprise institutional grade storage, they're going to be getting enterprise institutional grade yield, right? 20% is incredible. Can't be giving that away to everyone. So that seems really fair in that premise. One of the negatives that has come out of this, and I'm very keen to see how the team addresses this, and if there is any way of addressing it, is this will naturally cause node stakers, so people who don't own nodes but want to stake, it will naturally force them to go to the nodes that will provide higher yield. However, there is a natural market sort of ruling that will sort of correct it a little bit. So if you go to the IAGON dashboard, you can see there's a general theme that nodes with lower reputation scores, which will correlate to the tiers. So the lower reputation means a lower tier. Those nodes that have a lower reputation score tend to correlate to a lower node margin. So the node operator is getting a smaller slice of the cake, meaning that the node stakers will be getting a higher margin, right? Versus someone who is like, let's say Titan price grade. Yep. So you can see here, they've got a 40% margin, right? So you're getting 60%. And they've got a reputation score of 65, so on the higher side. What that means is people might do the math and be like, hey, I might get net higher rewards if I'm going to stake my IAGON on a node that has a smaller margin but has a smaller reputation score than someone who has a high reputation score but significantly higher margin, right? So there is a market side of this that I think will play a natural part in fixing it. So I hope that happens itself. But if it doesn't, I'm interested to see what the IAGON team will do. One tiny little nitpicking thing as well with this is just so some people don't get confused, megabytes don't equal megabits. Okay, so 1 megabyte, so capital MBS equals 8 capital M lowercase bps, right? Now, the IAGON team have unfortunately made it a little bit confusing here with the upload and download here. It's in megabits. And if you go onto their page, they have another good node to delegate to with some respectable node margins and high scores. Yeah, so they've got their upload and download in megabytes, but the IAGON team here are talking about it in megabytes. So just something to be wary of. Hopefully the IAGON team can maybe just make it more congruent across their documentation and their websites, but that's a very small nitpicky thing. So yeah, this has been a very quick, small video just to address this, just to talk about this. I think overall, like 99%, this is a great idea, and this will in turn make the network stronger. It will encourage people, it'll give people goals to work towards, like, hey, maybe I'll get that faster internet. Maybe I'll have some faster storage or more storage, or, little things like that. I've heard the IAGON team have actually said that they're going to create like a dashboard or an interface for the node operators to tell them exactly what they need to do to get to that next tier level. So like maybe like a checklist. So that's really cool. Something for them to work towards. So yeah, significantly shorter video. Just wanted to talk about this. Hope you've all found this video beneficial and have learned something. If so, be sure to follow me on X and subscribe to me on YouTube. And if you have any feedback or questions or commentary on this new tier system, please be sure to drop a comment and give us a like. Hope everyone has a great week, and I'll see you for the next one.